or where we don't give them a resource of time or maybe the training to do so. Can we just talk about like developing organizational capacity? What does that look like in reality?
Yeah. So it's this education for judgment that we talk about, and in the book I cite an example, a study of Toyota as a car company. The original study was conducted by someone else. There's this example that's given in that original study where a very seasoned manager from another car company is brought in to Toyota to serve as a manager on the Toyota assembly line. And Toyota is well known for its for delegating authority not just to managers on the assembly line, to rank and file operators on the assembly line. So delegation is in their DNA in that sense. So this manager sort of looks at the Toyota assembly line that he's in charge of and says, "Well, we should move this parts rack closer to where the engineer is on the assembly line because then we'll be able to save some time." And his trainer says, "Wait a minute, what do you mean we have to move the parts rack closer? How much closer? Is it 3 centimeters closer? Is it 5 centimeters closer? Why have you not specified that? And how much time do you expect to save? Is it 4 seconds per car? Is it 8 seconds per car? And if we save less time or more time, what would we learn from that?" Right? So there is in that series of questions, there is a habit of excellence that this particular trainer is trying to inculcate in this manager, and is saying, look, you can't just sort of wing it and say that's what we're going to do. You need to be very well prepared to exercise that delegation. And if you are well prepared to exercise that delegation, then we will celebrate that delegation. And regardless of the outcome, we will have your back. Whether it turns out to improve things or worsen things, we will still have your back. But you need to be really well prepared before the fact. And that driving home that spirit of excellence is really important. And there are other organizations that do a really good job in this context that are profiled in the book similarly. So the point there is if you're going to delegate particular decision to, in this case, the manager, then it's really important for the manager to be equipped to make that or to exercise that delegation wisely. So what the trainer is trying to do there is to say, unless you have seized on that moment of excellence, unless you have recognized what it takes to exercise that delegation appropriately, it's not worth exercising that delegation. And if, in fact, we trust you to have exercised that delegation wisely and with a habit of excellence, then, of course, we will have your back. Regardless of what happens, we will support you. So even if the experiment in moving the parts rack closer doesn't turn out to yield the benefits, we're not going to punish you for it.